Hello, second grade. Welcome to math class. Mrs. Houts here. Today is Monday, September 14th, 2020. To start, we are going to do a little number of the day activity. And our number of the day is the amount of days that we've been in school, which is 18. So on your pocket sleeve with your whiteboard marker or on a piece of paper, you can write these same things to practice. So if you need to, pause the video to get your supplies. All right, so we have the number 18 written in standard form. I'm going to draw a little T-chart to draw my ones place and tens place, so that way I can see how much I have. So we have how many hundreds? 0, there are none. How many tens do we have? 1 10. And how many ones do we have? 8 ones. Now on this side over here, I'm going to put our number in standard form in the middle. And you may have done this in first grade, but this is, we would use a hundreds chart to help us with this if we need to. And we want to think about one less than this number. What's one less? Take away 1. That's right, 17. And then let's add one more, 19. So now we have 17, 18, 19, all in a row. And now we have to look up here, 10 less. So take away 10. 18 minus 10. 8. And then at the bottom, 10 more. Let's add 10. 18 plus 10. The only thing that will change is the tens place. It'll change to 2 tens, so 28. And then let's review past things that we've learned. Let's draw this number 18 in base 10 blocks. Draw it on your paper as I draw it on mine. One 10, 8 ones. Underneath, we want to draw tally marks. That's when we draw straight lines like this. But once we get to 4, we stop, and the 5th one goes across. So I have 5 now. Now I have 10, so I'm skip counting by 5s. 5, 10. Now I have 15. And now 16, 17, 18. This is showing the number 18 in tally marks. And is this number even or odd? Look at our ones place. Notice how everyone has a partner, a pair. So it is even. I will put this number of the day paper up on our Clever Classroom and my Google website in case you want it. You can ask your parents or the adult that's at home to help you to download it, and then you can print it so you can practice every day, even if we don't do it every day. It's good practice. So now please take out your math book, the one that has the pages with color, and turn to page 41. Page 41. You have a hundreds chart on this page, and there are some blank spots. On my video I had to cover them with white, but in your book they're blank, and you need to write those missing numbers. There's a couple of ways that you could do that. You can count by ones. Count 1, 2, 3. Oh, next comes 4. You could think about what we just did in our number of the day, our 10 more and 10 less. So if I look at this 2, I could think, what's 10 more? Oh, 12. That's what goes here. You could look at the blank and see what number comes before or after, and then think about what it should be. So if I was to look at this one right here, and I wanted to fill it in, I could see, well, before it comes 8. So this one must be 9. There's a couple ways you can fill it in. I want you to pause this video right now and fill in your hundreds chart. So if you unpause this video, you should have your hundreds chart filled in, and you can pause now to look at my filled in hundreds chart. Does it match? If you got a number wrong, look at the numbers around it to figure out why it is the number that is on here. So take a moment to pause this and check. Look at the next page, page 42. At the top of the page, it says, you can count on by different amounts. You can start counting with different numbers. So you can count on from a number by skip counting. You could count on by counting by ones. You could skip count by 5s. You could skip count by 10s. You can also start counting with different numbers. You don't always have to start with 1. So let's look at the first example. Count by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fill it in with me. This one we start at 29. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. We can count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Remember, we can start at random numbers, so let's start at 50. 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. Notice how when we skip count by 5s, our numbers will always end in a 5 or 0. This is what's called a pattern. You may notice it goes 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, and it keeps going. So when we're skip counting by 5s, our ones digit is always a 5 or a 0. Let's keep going and try the next ones together. It says, count by ones. So we start at 15. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Remember, you can use the hundreds chart to help you if you're getting a little stuck. Okay, the next two tell us to count by 5s. Remember, it'll end in a 5 or a 0 in the ones place. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Number 3 starts with 60. 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. And now these last two tell us to count by 10s. when we count by tens, each number that we write will end in a 0. That means there will be a 0 in the ones place. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Let's try the next one, starting at 30. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. And what would the next number be if we were to add 10 more? It would be 100. Let's skip ahead to page 44, and we're going to do these two problems together. These are our last ones. Read the problem with me. Number 12. Andy counts by ones. So let's circle ones so we remember that. He starts at 29. I'm going to underline that information. Stops at 45. Which of these numbers will he say? So remember, he's counting by ones, starting at 29 and stopping at 45. Take a moment to think about which numbers will he say. All right, let's see. He will say 31 because that comes after 29. He won't say 20 because that comes before. He won't say 47 because that's after 45, and remember, he stops at 45. He will say 35. He will not say 46, that's after the number he stops at. But he will say 40, and he will say 39. Okay, last one together, number 13. Camilla counts by fives. She'll be skip counting. She starts at 5 and stops at 50. Underline important information. Which of these numbers will she say? Circle them. Remember, if we're skip counting by fives, our ones place can only be 0 or 5. And remember, she stops at 50. Can it be 55? Nope. 25? Yes. 6? Nope, that is not skip counting by fives. 40? Yes. 18? Nope, that's not skip counting by fives. 10? Yep. And 45? Yep. So the ones we circled, she will say. Thank you guys for learning with me. Now please take out your other math book, the workbook. At the top it says practice book, and complete pages P17 and P18. This P stands for practice book. Complete those, take your time, use your hundreds chart on your pocket sleeve or in your book to help you if you need, and turn it in on Seesaw. Thank you.